Hello. It's Mahjong Monday, baby. It's time. We got shit to do. I'm making myself play South Room matches until my defense improves. The South Room matches will continue until defense improves. So, we'll see. I've had middling luck in my off-stream matches. So we will see. But it's been okay. 1 through 2. We're north. Got a lot of Sozu. 1 penis Dora. I think it's clear we cut the west to start. Oh, I've been playing with some friends. I've been playing the Slay the Spire tabletop game. Just in Tabletop Simulator. And one of the relics you can get is like a bamboo thing. And it's called Sozu. And I was like, oh, it's Sozu. I know you from Mahjong. I was just like, oh look. So I thought that was fun. Ugh. I'm very crunchy. Dealing with excuse me. Dealing with just some more health stuff recently, which has been frying my brain. But, well, mostly frying my body. So hopefully my brain is intact enough to not fuck this shit up. Really like to get something for this 1 peen. It would be pretty tasty if I could hold the Dora. I think it's probably not happening, but it would be nice. We probably cut the 9 so, because we have the 6-8. And then pairs out the... Of course I draw the double north. Pairs at the wazoo. I tried a new kind of oh, there we go. A new kind of frozen paratha this morning. It was alright. I still like my brand. My brand. But it's interesting. It's like a little butterier and a little less oily. But I think it'd be good for like a veggie wrap or something. I haven't turned my brain on yet. That's why I just almost dealt in. Right, because it's got like a little bit of that savory, buttery kind of vibe. So maybe I'll get some veggies at the store to finish off the rest of them. But I like the plain ones for when I'm doing eggs and chili sauce and stuff. Plain ones are also just bigger, which is nice. But I figured I'd get the sort of buttery ones to try because they were on sale. Oh my god! 3 north. I love to draw 3 of my seat wind and discard all of them. So this is the point in the game where if they hadn't called sumo, I would fold. Because this hand's fucking nothing. It would just end up being like, at most, reach Dora 1. maybe Aura, but cut the north. 5 Penis Dora, which we have. This 8 doesn't have any friends. The 5 is extraneous, but I think worth keeping because of Dora. A couple pairs. The green's not doing much for me. We got some options. But we will see. I finished off my spaghetti that I did the other night. I gotta make more spaghetti, man. That shit rules. And because it uses like half a block of cream cheese, it leaves me with another half a block of cream cheese to like put on bagels and stuff. I'm having a good time. I have the scallion paratha as well. Those are really good with a little cream cheese and chili sauce. I'm just in my frozen paratha arc. And have been for a while, but like that's just like 90% of what I eat. It's frozen parathas and then I make a big batch of spaghetti. That's my life. Easy peasy, baby. Potential for a closed con. 2 closed cons even. We're crushing it. Goodness. But I've been enjoying this Play the Spire board game. It's fun. I've never played the video game, Slay the Spire. My friends play it, but I just never picked it up. But I like kind of get how it works. And it's nice to just play the board game version of it, because I like to have cards and tokens and stuff that I get to move around the board. I really thought they were doing the like emote at you before calling Rome. More aura potential. We've handed Adora to Shimacha. We'll see. Thank you for the follow, Lloyd. Welcome in. We could still get some more Dora here. Not the world's best weight, but it's an okay one. Given the Dora potential. Or the Aura-Dora potential. There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. I mean, it is Silver Room. Yes! 1 Aura-Dora. I'm the world's greatest Mahjong player. Alright, we're south. Dora is south. Let's cut. I meant to cut north. That's... I simply clicked incorrectly. Damn. I mean, I don't think the White Dragon would have done much for us anyway, but that is not the order in which I wanted to discard. Alright. 9 Mon isn't bad, or is bad. 9 Peen's not doing much for us. But if we pick up like a 5, having the 8-9 instead of just the 6-8 would be nice. 3's kind of extraneous, but could be useful. Depending on where our pair is, this 2 might not be necessary. 1, 3, cut the 9. Oh, well, I wanted to avoid the 4-wind redeal, and that's why I went for the north instead of west. And then I overshot and clicked the white dragon. I was just like, oh yeah, let me just move my mouse. Oh, some butter on the laser. The little trackball under my mouse is just whoa. Alright, cut the 2. I think we're clear. This is our pair. 1, 2, 3, which is nice. 5, 6 is okay. The 2, 4, 6, 8 is not ideal, but 4, 6, 8 is not bad. Because 5s and 7s, they're still all 4 of each in the wall. Just like that. Ooh, do we? I think I'm gonna greed it. Because if I can pick up a 5-peen and we can get Sanshoku, that's literally not worth it. It's fine. I intentionally called Reach a turn late so I could get Yapatsu when it's discarded right here. Or I draw. I self-draw. It's fine. I got a little scared by the 4010 pop-up, but that's just because it was like, if you discard the tile you just drew. Because that's where my mouse happened to be on the screen. We're golden. We're fine. Beautiful. Got the 1. 7 Mon. It's Dora. This 9 could theoretically end up being useful, but I think we're clearly opening on the east. No, we keep the north as a pair. That 5 is great. Easy. Easy hand. It was handed to me on a silver platter. It's incredible. Oh, you know what else I've been fucking up recently? Is pumpkin seeds. Just some salted, roasted pumpkin seeds. I love that shit. Just a handful of pumpkin seeds has been my go-to snack. No, we don't pump. We do this. This is 3 Han. Plus potential Ura. We're fine. We're literally fine. I didn't even realize it was East 4. We get any amount of points here, we win. Oh, no, it's a South match. I'm so used to playing East matches. It's a South match. That's not how it works. Let's see. Someone's gotta have a 2-peen they don't need, or a 5. I'll take it. And I'm happy to take points from second place. Again. Got the 1-peen. One so is Dora. I mean, this is looking good. We can pair 5 if we open on green. Pick up an 8. Or a 3 here. We have options. We have plenty of options. Green Dragon Dora 1 ain't half bad. Let's cut the 2/4. We could potentially half flush here. I'm not gonna like risk it for the biscuit on that, but it's possible. That could have been a nice pair if we went for 4/5. Que sera? Another 2. That's safe. What else do we have that's safe? Nothing guaranteed. 9 so probably because of Suji. And honestly, I think the 7/9 is my... It's pretty low value. So I'm cutting the 9 next. No, 17. Guaranteed safe, and it really doesn't help me at all. There's very little Sozu on the board, which makes me think that a lot of people are holding it, which is not good for me. Okay, got a 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. Just ditch the 1 to make that work, but okay. I was gonna say, I guess it was both Suji. We do pair 5. Is that anything? No. Higher value 4, 5. I guess I could have ditched something to make it 4 pair 5. Yeah, let's just cut the 1 and go for it. Perfect. Sorry, only one person gets points in this game, and it's me. Cut north. Door is white. With pair 1, 2, 8, 9. 2, 5, 6, 7, pair 4, 5, 7. This 2 is not doing much. I like the 7, 8, 9. We probably use pair 1 Mon. I feel like that's probably the best use case of that. And then we figure out a couple melds here. The pair 2 would have been nice. But I think it just depends on what we draw first, which direction we go. Yep. Pair 1 Mon, we have a 4, 5, and a 7, 8. We're chillin'. We're chilling at 1 away. That's another Dora. Thank you. So we need 3, 6, 9. So ideally a 6 so would really hit the spot. Okay, 3 of the 6 peen are accounted for, so that'll help in terms of determining save tiles. Although it's quite possible that this is a toy hand in addition. Yeah, it's looking like it. Oh, thank God. I get the triple weight. 10 tiles. 10 tile weight. The Ipatsu odds are not low. But it doesn't pay off for me. Dora 2, chance at Aura. Beautiful. And Sumo. Oh, yes! We get 2 Aura! Really lucked out on that. What is this fucking... What is this discount 13 Orphans ass hand? Get the shit out of here. Okay, no redeal. Flow is good today. We're cruising. One pair 2 3. I like. I like having the pair taken care of. And having 3 of a tile. I feel like it's just a lot off my plate. Sanchoku 1 2 3 is possible. Again, I'm not killing the hand for it, but could be nice. That early reach is a little worrying. I think I scuttled the hand. I do not need more points. We let somebody else deal in there. Best case scenario, they bust. Worst case scenario, we continue to South 1, and I keep cleaning up. And it's somehow still building my hand. Well, I don't have any guaranteed safe. Odds that they want the 1 are pretty low because they'd have to have a 2 or be going for a pawn. And I have the 2s, so... 5 penis safe? Tsumo. Actually, sorry, this is the worst case scenario, because I do have to pay points. But I'm sitting pretty. I can pay out 4K. No worries. We head to South 1. Well, I guess the worst case scenario is I deal in, but that's the worst case scenario of me not dealing in. North is Dora. 2-5 Peen was still dangerous to Kamicha. Cut the 1 Peen. But Tsuji Trap. Yeah. Of all the outcomes, that one's pretty alright. And the goal was reducing the severity of worst case scenario. Potential Ipeco on 789. This 2's not doing much, but I think we definitely cut the 9 so first. Green next. The Dora seat wind is just too good to pass up, I think. I hold that for a bit. Cut. Should we cut 2 Peter north? Or red? Let's cut red. Wait, 2-5P wouldn't have been dangerous to Kamicha because they had. That's how I knew 5P was safe, was they had discarded it, so it would have been footy 10 for them, right? Wait, what? Why wouldn't that have been footy 10 for them? 5P should have been guaranteed safe against Kamicha. Because it was in their discards. Do I just not understand how footy 10 works? They recheat after the discard. Oh, Toymen recheat after the discard. Sorry, you saying 2-5P was still dangerous to Kamicha made me think that you were talking about me dealing into Kamicha. But that's not what you're saying. You're saying that I could have dealt the 5P into Toymen despite the fact that it was on the board because the discard was before. Oh, Shimocha. Okay. Now I get you. Perfect. Bust them. Bust them. Bust them. Let me finish with 60k. Yes. Okay, we're good. I'm finishing at 60k points, baby. Beautiful first match of the day. Incredible. We might even... I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna jinx it. But we could be doing pretty well today. Look at all this crap. One Mogan. Run it back. Run it back, baby. Oh my goodness. I love when I have a trillion Discord notifications. Why are people adding me? What's happening? Oh, they're roll ads. Okay. CPU は正常に稼働中。いつでも対戦可能。Alright, what's happening? 5 so's Dora. 2 souths. That's just dying. 1 so sucks. Can we cut 1 so then green? I think is the play here. Yeah, that feels correct. Hold the south for now. Worst case, we ditch it later when it's safe. But it's pretty good as just a free pair. I almost was like, no, wait, it's Roundwind, and it's like, no, fresh game. 5/7 I like. 2 Mon we cut next. Unless we get something for it, in which case we cut the Souths. Sanshoku 6/7/8 is possible, but unlikely with these 2 8s on the board. And we'd have to give up our Dora for it, so it would not be worth, I think. Another 6. Cut the 2. We could always draw a third 6 or 8. If we get like a 5 peen, I'll cut the Souths instead, but... Huh. I could have done that to do Open Tanyao, the world's best Yaku. Oh, I am working on getting together a little primer, like an intro to Mahjong primer. Obviously I'm not the most qualified person in the world to, like, teach Mahjong beyond, like, basic rules. But, if anyone has any thoughts of, like, what would be a good, like, resource you would recommend to beginners, please let me know. Because I want to include links to stuff. Welcome back, Lady Red. You are absolutely right. It is Zhang. Love a Mahjong Monday. Oh, please, by all means. Let's see. West is not super useful, but I'm kind of attached. The 3 would have given us Essential Dora. Yes, Riichi Book 1, for sure, is on the list. My main goal is to be like, here is a general rules primer. Like, here's the tiles, here's the general flow of the game. Like, here are some tips that I found helpful as a beginner in terms of, like, what to focus on, what to refine later, that kind of stuff. Here's a bunch of resources. For discard puzzles, there's a series called Jiuzaku. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Keeping that 3 would have been nice. The 3 cell, just for potential Dora. Because I don't have much here. Might be the smart idea to fold here, but we're on Tenpai. Okay, that I got lucky. With it being Dora as well. It's not, that probably wasn't smart. Revolutionary Productions. I will have to check that out, because I definitely I would love to watch something like that and then be able to filter it to like what I think is useful. That's Dylan. Not who I thought. Thank you. I'm gonna go back through the chat after stream and like record all these. Yeah, I like the new I like interesting, more advanced stuff, even if I don't totally understand it. But yeah, it's definitely outside the scope of what I'm looking for right now. Because this is mostly aimed at like my friends who have expressed some interest in Mahjong but feel like it's too complicated and stuff like that. So that my goal really is to have something I can give to them and go like, here is a quick start guide to Mahjong. The push was 100% fine. As a rule, if you have Ryan and Tenpai, you push until you bleed. Awesome. Thank you for validating that. Because it's something I don't think I would be able to stop myself from doing. We're allowed to say gay as fuck here. I need to watch Saki too. I need to watch all the Mahjong anime. I've seen stuff about the Saki manga, which is wild. Hi, Nubs. Welcome in. Saki is baffling to me. In a delightful way. Saki is wild in 2 respects. I think I know exactly the 2 respects you're talking about. Wow, Automod does not like the word power creep. Okay. I appreciate it. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. East Wind Dora 2. We're clearing. One is safe. Simply ignore that that is only half of the Suji. Yeah, we'll calm that. No reason not to. Easy peasy. People say Mahjong is hard, but it's like pretty easy if you just have infinite luck and are never punished for your mistakes. Like, look, like, what? Like, it's a problem? Simply call Tsumo after a con. It's fine. Simply draw the tile you need. The vibe of this week is so different to last week. It's so different. Last week I was like crawling through mud, and this week I'm just like, easy. Easy peasy. Probably should have cut the north first. you have a 3-call hand, it's better to try and... Hold on. Better to try and win the hand than to deal in by folding with one of your resources. If it's East round, it's Beast mode. South round, it depends. Okay. Early game, be a menace. Late game, be a tactician. Free 5? We're pogging and champing? Probably cut the 6 Mon next? Well, unless we draw the 8. 6-8's better than 8-9. Yes, Lady Red. Exactly. And don't worry, Noms, I'm currently crowdsourcing stuff for my Mahjong primer. I've got some resources at my disposal. No reason to hold the 7. I've already cut the 8-9. It's just a liability. I'm absolutely fine on pairs. Please. Please do not try and get me to call pawn. Man, my nose has been like super stuffy recently. I apologize if I sound a little bit nasal. Yeah, it feels super strategic. Truly being able to blame shit on bad luck when things go poorly is what I think chess needed. And it's great. It's fucking poggers, if I may say so myself. Do we... I mean, we probably fold. We're 1 away. I really don't want to fold. Like, with the right draw, we get on 10 pie. It's just, are we gonna draw it? And I think it's no. I should have folded. I forgot. I said I was gonna fold and I forgot to fold. It's awesome and makes you insane. Incredible. Alright, cut south. White is Dora. We maybe draw another east. That would be nice. I'd love to open on east. The 1 mon sucks. This 1 peen is probably worth holding for a second. Oh, we drew a pair for it. In that case, I'm gonna cut the 1 peen. Haha, let's fold. Unless. Lest. It truly is like, I'll make the decision in my mind to fold, and then it doesn't get to my hand before I click buttons. It's a good thing I'm seeing a neurologist, because I think my nerves aren't working properly. It's probably a nerve problem and nothing else. It's probably that just, I do things in my brain, and my hand just doesn't get the memo, and it's definitely a nerve problem and not discipline. I got slow nerves. That's it. That's why. Got the 6 here. Sun, Shoku 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, 6. I mean, I cut the 6, so. Oh, yeah, yeah. I have that in my back, which is interesting. Because I'm just, like, trying to fall asleep and I'm doing the worm. So, I'm excited. They're gonna put me in a tube about it at the end of this month. And look at my spine and go, hey, you're fucked up. I'm so excited to go in the fucking awful magnet tube. The last time I had an MRI was 7 years ago? And that was of my brain, and they basically looked at it and went like, normal. Fuck you. Which was not fun. Because I was like, but then why is it bad? And they were like, I don't know, go home. So, I like my current neurologist so far, because they're like actually trying to figure out what the fucking problem is, and not just like, I think you have woman complaint disease. I think I have foot drop, but I didn't realize it was foot drop until very recently. Did I just deal the fucking... I sure did. I'm definitely... My gait has been affected by my weird muscle and nerve shit. I've been, like, hobbling recently. Because of, all my muscles in my calf are being mean. More training practice this weekend, but your weekends this month are both solid. Ooh. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll crush. Yeah, I imagine the translation of practice from online to physical is not quite one-to-one. I think IRL games tend to go faster. But if you're playing at like a club with folks who are like helping you learn, I think you'll probably be chilling. God, the auto tables are so cool. I want one so bad, and I would never be able to use it. Because there's no one for me to play Mahjong with IRL. If you can't tell, yes, I'm going for my favorite Yaku. One of my favorite club activities was a game where we all agreed to cheat and switch tiles and do sleight of hand under the condition you don't get caught. That's awesome. I love games where you're allowed to cheat as long as you don't get caught. And then trying to figure out how to, like, mask your cheating with distraction and sleight of hand. That's right, baby! We're here! I had a hankering for fruit this morning, and it's time for 7 pears! Let me spam it. We spam it in chat. We're spamming it. It's happening, baby. We're here! I have negative hand dexterity, so cheating Mahjong sounds awful. See, that's the thing. That's when you accidentally knock your tiles over. You accidentally make a big ol' mess. And you go, oh shit, I know, oh fuck. I'd love to ditch a 3 to set up the Suji trap. That different 3, but I appreciate the effort, game. Come on, I got it. It's my favorite Yaku. I have to win a hand with it. We can't just hit exhaustive draw. Come on, guys. I mean, I know I'm waiting on a Dora, but... and that's inherently incredibly dangerous to discard this late in the game, but, like, come on! Oh, they were holding 2 and were waiting on the 3rd. Everybody was waiting on the same tile. Oh my goodness. White is Dora. I'm not gonna lie, the way I remember the order of the Dora, of the dragons, is inherently I have to say a little mnemonic in my head every time I have to calculate what the next one is. Because it's Red Wedding and Wedding Gown. I can't remember it like Pokemon weaknesses, because then I'll think it goes red and then green. Because fire is super effective on grass. Which I guess you mean flip it the other way, because then I say grass is weak to fire, so it's green then red. But if I'm like, I see the red, I know white is next because it's Red Wedding. And if I see the white, I know the green is next because it's Wedding Gown. And if I see green, I go, I don't have one for that. That means it's red. Grow. Most to least ink. Oh, that's an interesting way of remembering it. Most to least ink. That's cool. I never even thought of that. Because I've always parsed it as RWG. I first played it via 14, and then I learned from YouTube tutorials. Let's see. I mean, we are one away. I just would love for it to be a slightly better one. Toss that. Maybe I should have tossed the 3 instead. Because the 5 has some synergy with the 7, 8, 9. It doesn't really matter though, because like it still wouldn't turn into a triple weight. Because there's nothing above 9. There we go. It's not peen food, but there we go. We're crushing. Right, because terminals have more foo? Is that how foo works? Is the terminals have more? And then when you get to the middle, they got less? So, like, the more versatile the tile, the less foo it's worth? Is that how it works? Because honors have the same amount of foo as terminals, right? Runs give no foo. But is is the foo made up is based on the tiles themselves? Terminal versus not terminal. Okay, so it's not like a continuum as much as it is a binary. Open rung gives no foo. I need to read up on how the fuck foo works. So you get foo for triplets. Triplets of simple tiles are the least amount of foo. Triplets of terminals and honors are more foo. And your hand has to be either closed or sumo? Is that remotely correct? I should be folding here. What am I doing? Well, that's Tudora. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Triplets and quads. Actually, it didn't matter if your closed triplet was terminal or not, because any triplet would have made it 40 foo. If it needs to go over a certain amount, since you all... Right, because it rounds up. Okay. I'm doing ass in this hand, because I'm thinking about foo. My goodness. Okay, it's 5 mon, is Dora. Cut the 1. Probably cut south next. Just because I don't want to deal it in. Dealing in round wind sounds yucky. I'm not stoked about this hand, but like I can make it. If we draw well enough. The 3-8 peen, I think, is our lowest value set of tiles. Well, the 8-9 is something. It's not a lot, but it's something. I truly need to look at how scoring works. Even if I don't, like, get it, I just want to know so that I can have it in my... Why did I do that? I should have kept the 4. I could fuck myself with that. Why did I do that? I was like, well, I have 6, 7, 8, and then 8, 9. You know, 8, 9, the valuable set of tiles. The scoring formula looks like ass, but don't get scared. That's fine. Formulas don't scare me. It's like... Sorry, okay. Okay, we need to discuss why Automod wanted to hold that, because... It's wild. I love when Automata's like, warning, this person's trying to be homophobic, and it's like read into the most basic message. Expected a manual score, no aids are allowed, so you could just get swindled. Oh no. So it read Fu in as like maybe fucking or FU in the A or whatever. And then it saw that the word AIDS was also in the message. And it was like, no! You can't say that on Twitch! You can't say that! Okay, we're folding. I should have cut it 2, probably would have been safer. So, the end of a hand is when somebody calls Roan, when somebody completes their hand. Roan or Tsumo, any of the I have completed my hand calls. The deal progresses unless the person who called their hand is complete was the dealer, in which case you get a repeat. Is it a Hantan? Not Hanchan. That's a totally different thing, isn't it? This. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I found a bug! I found a bug in the video game. Yes, or if you hit exhaustive draw, if there's no more tiles in the wall. That's what this X13 is how many tiles are left in the wall. So if this hits 0, we end and figure out if anybody's gets points. Renchan, yes, that's what I meant. And then the East round and the South round. Some games are just the East round. I'm playing the South round ones because defense is slightly more important in these. And that's what I'm trying to learn. It goes until everybody's been the dealer at least once. So when the deal would pass after... Holy shit. No, I'm not calling reach. So, like, after East 4, so let's say we were East 1, I'm the dealer. And we don't get a repeat. Then it becomes East 2, and the next person becomes the dealer. We keep doing that until East 4, and when the deal would pass after East 4, if you're playing an East game, you would just call it there. Assuming somebody has more than 30,000 points, or whatever you've decided is the point threshold. If it's South, then we would go to South 1, and then continue South 2, South 3, South 4. You could go to North after that, depending on how long you're playing for. I've found that the easiest ones to jump into are East, just because, like, it doesn't take 20 minutes. or like, not 20 minutes. It doesn't take, like, 6 hours to play a game. But it depends what you're looking for. The 30k threshold is mostly for online. Okay. And then, yeah, if you go past where you've decided would be the stopping point, so in this case, a South match, if we go into North because nobody's hit 30,000, then anytime somebody bumps above 30k, it just ends, and that person wins. Let's cut one of these 8s. I don't need both. Yeah, and then after South would be North. No, wait. After South would be West. After West would be North. I like that. I think we cut the 3-5. Just because of the Dora potential here. Because this would be 2 Dora if we get the meld. Soul ends the game at West 4 if no one achieves 30k. Okay. Yes! And it's Pinfu. I could get all my fucking points back here. Oh yeah, have you looked into uh any club stuff in Baltimore? If you're learning in person, do you East only as well? Okay. And yeah, I find that it's a really good balance of skill and luck. Because stuff that's just skill hurts my brain, and stuff that's just luck makes me mad that I can't influence the outcome. And I think this is, like, the ideal blend for me. Alright, show me those aura. 1 aura! No, wait, 3 aura! What? Oh, because the north! Oh my god, Paimon, we're back! We're so fucking back! I'm still in 3rd. We're so back! Oh, pair red. We're fucking here, baby. We're cruising. It is Baltimore, right, Nums? Or is it Boston? Have I mixed up my B cities? Not unusual for new players matches to go to 2+ hours for South matches. Because people are taking their time, and for some people it's a bit much. Yeah, that makes sense. We're fucking crushing it. I say this, I was literally at the it's so over phase a moment ago, and now we're at the it's so back. One could argue that I may have moved away from Tenpai there. And one would be stupid because obviously I'm going for Ipeco, which isn't gonna matter because I'm opening on red anyway. So I'm actually very intelligent. And smart, and I thought about it before I made the move. And I actually knew that it was happening anyway. Cut that. Does it say? Yeah, I feel like it's just everybody's been fucking going through it recently. Nobody can catch a fucking break these days. It's just been so busy everywhere, and then the world is happening on top of it all, which is just a lot. I think I fold. I think maybe the plan before now was not to fold, except now I've fucked up so bad with my hand that I think I need to fold. Oh, congratulations! That's big. That's really big. Fuck, my driver's license exam, I was just thinking about it the other day because my partner is looking into learning how to drive and getting their license. And I took it twice, I think. I don't think I took it 3 times. But the first time I did the thing where, like, during neighborhood driving, I just completely missed a stop sign because I was so in my own head freaking out about the test. I need to push because I was dealer in all last. Yeah, that's fair. I could have used the points. Meal these. Yeah. Also, Tatsu, thank you for fucking carrying my team. Okay. I just like to check because sometimes you update your gear and I can swap you out and back in. And you're higher level. But yeah, you've been absolutely carrying me. Here, let's do some random craft. I know nothing about Sword Art Online, but I do play MMOs, baby. And, well, MMO. I play one. I just want to get a piece of legendary equipment, please. I'm begging. Yeah, that's everything. I mean, I guess warrior crit rate's probably the best for those, and then some more HP. But I'm almost maxed at this point. I can speak for the Americans. There's a before you take the road test. So most of the road tests are privately administered. I mean, honestly, most of all the tests are privately administered. So essentially you, as part of your like instruction course when you're getting your learner's permit and stuff like that, you do take written tests. And then for the driving portion, you'll essentially be cleared to take your driving test. You take it in your own car, and you basically do a parking and stuff section where like they'll set up cones in a parking lot, so you have to like pull into a space and like back out and parallel park and all that stuff, and then they'll take you on the road, and essentially they just have the proctor in the passenger seat just saying like, all right, now get on the highway, all right, now get in the left lane, all right, now pull off on this exit, all right, now, you know, drive around in this neighborhood, until they're satisfied. And I think they have like a checklist. I'm pretty sure they have like a list of stuff that they can pick like, you know, 8 of the 10 things for you to do or whatever. Because I know certain stuff, like I didn't have to do anything on a roundabout, despite that being, or a traffic circle, despite that being something you need to be competent at to pass, theoretically. But there just wasn't one near the testing area, and so, or like the test, you know, wherever they were based. And so I think the proctor was just like, nah, I don't want to bother with finding a traffic circle, so we're just not going to do that portion. Which is wild, but I guess it means you have to be prepared for anything, even though you won't be tested on all of it, is the theory. But, yeah, I did my practical, like, because the thing with the parking section is that the actual, like, areas, like the parking space that you need to park in that they mark out with cones is like 30% or 40% bigger than the majority of actual parking spaces. You have to drive an hour with the examiner in the backseat. 2 types of parking: emergency braking, backwards turning, reversing. 1 bad mistake, they call the test immediately. Yielding mistake, turnabout mistake, fucking up a pedestrian across a red line. Yeah, I blew a stop sign in mine, and that was my, like, okay, cool, drive us back to the thing you failed. Like, come back and take it again. And, you know, luckily it was just in a neighborhood where there wasn't really anybody around, so there weren't any consequences of me blowing the stop sign. But yeah, it seems like the actual content they test you on is pretty similar. Again, I took this test in like 2012, so my information's out of date to what it is now. And I'm actually curious because it seems like people have gotten a lot worse at driving, but it's not the new drivers who are the bad drivers. I think a lot of it is with the start of COVID, or I suppose with people's fatigue regarding COVID, a lot of general social goodwill in this country has disappeared. So people just drive more like assholes. Like a marked increase in reckless and dangerous driving. Priority roads. Let me look at this. I know I've never seen this sign before. We have like yield signs and stuff. First stage is a written test with allows you to drive with a passenger with an experience license. Yes, that's the same as our learner's permit. Once you've done that for 3 years, you can get the full license, which you have to do a full 1 hour practical. And then you can get a teacher's license after 10 years. Okay, so our learner's permit is basically the same requirements to obtain. And then you have to have, I think it's like a certain number of hours of driving before you are allowed to take the actual road test. It's like a 300 logged hours or whatever, and a lot of people lie. A lot of people will be like, yeah, I drove, my mom signed off on this. See, it's fine, I did it. But yeah, I think from my experience, which again is 14 years ago, it's mostly similar. Yeah, and for stuff like trucks, box trucks and stuff, yeah, you need a commercial license or a commercial license, CDL, commercial driver's license. And if you're driving anything like a school bus or a limo or anything like that, you need a chauffeur license. Or I suppose regular bus would do it as well. Which has additional requirements that I don't. Motorcycles have special licenses as well. But I'm pretty sure, because my dad got a chauffeur's license. Because he was carting people around when he was doing some community work. And he needed a chauffeur's license for liability reasons. And I'm pretty sure that was just a written test. But don't quote me on that. Because that was a while ago. I don't fully remember. Do we wanna... Oh, for pickup trucks, there's no difference here. Which is insane because they are monster trucks. I'm sure y'all... I say I'm sure. I don't know if y'all have seen the new fucking trucks, like the fucking Fords and shit that they're putting out. These things are like 12 feet tall and have the worst visibility of all time. Like, there can be a 12-year-old 10 feet in front of your vehicle and you can't see them. It's insane. They should require special licenses for them, or just get rid of them. I prefer if they get rid of them, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's ghoulish, the vehicles they're making in this country. Because it's the firearms thought process of like, if I get into a crash, I'll be fine because it'll just kill the other person, right? I don't need to worry about a robber because I have a bigger, stronger gun than them. It's like, no, guys, you shouldn't be trying to kill people. That's not, we shouldn't do it like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nah. Oh my goodness, nah. Oh my goodness. I gotta go run errands. So I'm gonna end it here, but guess what? Over on the V Chunky channel, it's actually on the V Chunky channel this time. No technical difficulties here. They're doing a little ending ceremony for the Bouquets for Hope charity. So they're doing a little art giveaway. They're hanging out, they're chatting, doing some cool stuff. My friends Mizu, Poppy, and Kale. So definitely go check them out. They're cool folks. I will see you Wednesday for raid. Probably more 14, and then Friday, I'm gonna try and do Shadow. I'm trying my best, y'all. My health is fighting me, but I'm trying my best. We're really close to clearing M7. Ignore the fact that we have the Echo and, like, 2 tiers of gear ahead. Okay, I'll see you all next time. Oh, let me hit the raid. V Chunky. I'll see you all next time. Bye!